Peace and bountiful blessings, everyone. I hope that you guys can hear me. I hope that everyone is doing well. I hope that everybody is blessed. You guys, I'm coming to say hello. I missed you guys. I needed some time to myself. So I know that I told you guys that I hadn't been well, and I have been in a lot of pain, and I have a chronic pain disorder, but that's not what was bothering me. Well, that's a daily thing. But what had been going on was I had some tests done, and I was told that there was something the size of an orange in my uterus. And I wasn't fearful. I wasn't afraid because I knew that God, awesome, magnificent, wonderful God, our Father, was going to heal me, Jehovah Rapha. So, you guys, I'm just picky. I've been dealing with some menopausal acne, so I'm just kind of like, but it's okay. It's okay. So during that whole time, I was in pain and just going through a lot. And I was praying with my sister, praying with my husband, praying with my brother, just dealing with a lot of stuff at that moment. And still cheerful, still chipper. But I knew God. But God, regardless to what I'm going through, but God. I'm trying not to make this video long, but you guys, I'm long-winded. Anti-who's and anti-ways. I was praying for God to do a miracle. And my husband was praying for God to shrink it, and I was praying for God to make it disappear. Well, in between me going to get some tests, I had to leave out of state and go handle some things. Well, I took the last set of tests like the day before I went out of state. I went out of state that morning. My phone is slipping, you guys. I took the last set of tests before I went out of town. I had been talking to my doctor, and we were talking about different alternatives and surgery and blah, blah, blah. Well, he was talking about it, and she was talking about it, but I was talking about God. So, like I said, I took the test the day before that I left, and that was on the 31st of July. Well, on the 1st of August, I'm out of state. I'm running around, and me and my husband and my son are eating. Well, my daughter is calling me, and she's like, Mom, your doctor's office is calling. They keep calling, and they need to for you to call them immediately. She said, Mom, they called like 4 times back to back, and while she was talking to me, they were still calling. So I call, and I get this voice that sounds like doom. Okay? It sounded like doom. And she's like, where are you? The doctor needs to see you immediately. We got the results back from your test. And she's just going on and on. I said, well, I can't come in. She said, well, he needs to see you today. I said, well, I'm out of town. I'm out of state. And she says, well, when will you be back? So I tell her, and she's like, well, what time can you be here Monday morning? And I tell her, and she says, get here as soon as possible. And I'm like, okay. Okay. So I kind of started picking around my food because I've never had tests to come back that quickly. And my husband's asking, are you okay? And my children are asking, are you okay? My daughter's on the phone, my oldest son's on the phone. And I'm like, I'm fine, God's got me. And it was like the whole time that I was out of state, you know, I'm like, why are they in a panic to, you know, have me come in? So I couldn't sleep that night, and for a few nights I couldn't rest. And so I said, God, I said, I placed this in your hands, and I asked you to do something. I said, and I have faith the size of a mustard seed. All it takes is just a little bit of faith. I said, now I've been telling people about faith. I said, and Gaius believed in you. He said, if you only say a word, you didn't even have to go to his home to heal his child, his servant child. And I'm having that same kind of faith. Well, Sunday night, I'm facing anxiety. And I go, be anxious for nothing, you know? So I'm trying to calm myself down. But you know what you're telling yourself in your conscious mind, your subconscious mind is telling you something else. So I'm cool. I'm get up Monday morning. I'm getting ready and everything, and I start riding down to my doctor because it's like almost an hour away. So as I'm riding, I'm praising the Lord and everything, and I started talking to my sister, and then I talked to I think I talked to my brother first, and I talked to my sister. And so I go in to my doctor's office. I'm fine and everything, right? I get inside, and immediately every nerve in my body starts shaking. And I go, I'm not in fear. I'm not worrying. So what is going on here? I'm like, mind, you know, subconscious mind, you've got to get with my conscience. I'm positive. I know that God has done something miraculous. You've got to stop this. So I get into the room when they finally call me in, because they take me back, even though there's people there who had appointments before me. They take me back immediately, right? So I'm sitting in the room for a while before my doctor comes in. Well, first of all, let me back up. They take my blood pressure, they check my blood sugar, and then they take my blood pressure. My blood pressure, of course, now because of all this, all these nerves, all of a sudden, is high. So I'm going, and they said, yeah, it's just anxiety, you're nervous, and I'm going, but I'm not. But I can see that my body is trembling and shaking. So my doctor comes in, and he looks at my chart, and he says, what do you want me to tell you? I said, great news. You know, that's just how I am, and that's how he and I joke a lot. So he says, he's reading it, and I say, whatever it is, me and God got this. He says, why are you talking like that? I said, because they called me the next day, and they're just, and he says, who did that? I said, it has to be one of the new girls. Then he realized who it was, and he he was not happy about it. He says, I'm his favorite patient. He tells that to anybody who works for him, anybody who comes in the office. I'm his favorite patient. My family is his favorite family. I've been with him over, let's see, has it been 23 years? About 23 years, 22, 23 years. So, yeah. He looks at me and he says, whatever you did, keep doing it. I said, what do you mean? He says, it's gone. He says, the only thing you have is a tiny little lymph node, and it's sore. He said, from fighting off infection. I said, wait a minute, where is the orange size tumor, fibroid, whatever it was? He says, it's not here. And I just began to praise God. I hugged him and I leaped and I'm jumping, I'm jumping for joy and I'm excited because I believed God for a miracle. And God showed up and God showed out. Yeah, I would not have a relationship any other way. Understand me? Any other way. I appreciate the prayers of my family members. They knew what was going on. Everybody didn't know what was going on. I told my oldest niece, and everybody prayed. And it was like I didn't want shrinkage. I wanted God to show up and show out so I could give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And you guys, God showed up. He showed up. He showed up. Y'all, I'm excited. I'm excited. Now, I know that was, I'm trying to remember what day I went in. Let's see, Thursday, Friday. I went in on the 5th, and I know you guys haven't seen me. I'm still in some pain, and I have been going through a lot of things. Now, you guys, I'm in daily pain. Like I said, I have a chronic pain disorder, and I have fibromyalgia. I have arthritis in my spine. I have sickle cell. And, you know, I think back on a lot of things, and I'm blessed. A lot of people just, they give up and they don't trust God. Some days it's hard for me to get out of my bed, really. Kid you not. I don't know if I tell you guys, but I remember telling on my YouTube channel how people, my children have had to literally clean my butt. Kid you not. Wash me, feed me, everything when my husband was away for work and different things out of the state, on the other side of the country. And my children had literally had to, let me see, they were 5 and 3. My boys literally had to take the sheet and pull me down to the floor and drag me into the kitchen. They had to take care of the baby. I had to tell them how to feed themselves because I literally could not move. There's times when I just cannot function. My body will not allow me to walk. I can barely talk. There's things that just happens, but I'm still grateful. Though he slay me, yet will I trust him. I know that I'm not going through these things for myself. I'm going through these things to help somebody else that's out there, to let them know that God is real. He's powerful and he's awesome and he's able to do all things. So I'm here to give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. You guys, I hope that you are having an awesome Tuesday. I'm dealing with some things, not just physically, but mentally. I thank God. I thank God for all of you. And I thank God for the use of my limbs, being in my right mind. I just thank God for everything, everything, everything. Okay? I kid you guys not, for every little thing. You guys, this was God. Only God. Only God can do it. No medication. I didn't take anything. I wouldn't even take a Tylenol for the pain. They kept offering me things. My husband kept saying, do you want something for the pain? I kept saying, no. No. God got me. God got me. God got me. God got me. It's not about me. It's all about him. So I will always give him all the glory, all the honor, and all the praise. And when I get through, I'm not stressed. I'm not depressed. I got a little funk that's, troubling me right now because there's things that I want to do and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. And I'm trying to get creative, okay? And it's kind of, I don't know what to call it, but I'm going to pray about it and ask God to help me. You guys, I wrote a book a few years ago and I wanted to publish it. Publishing costs a lot of money, okay? And I tried to publish it myself and that costs a lot of money. So I'm trusting God and believing God that, actually I wrote a few books, but this one is my baby. So I'm trusting God and believing God that even if I have to read it to you guys for free, I'll read it to you guys for free, okay? But I just love you guys. I hope you all are happy, healthy, financially blessed, blessed in whatever areas that you need to be blessed in. And I praise God for each and every one of you. All right, I love you guys. Peace.